Hi, friends. Well, here we are. Today is Monday, and we have another class again, and again. Well,
Hi, friends.
hi, my monitor. How are you doing?
Hi, Jerry. I'm fine. I'm waiting for us.
That's good. You are in the mood for English classes.
Uh, Yeah.
Reading comprehension. Hi,
Hi, Jerry.
how are you, Jacobi?
Exactly.
Well, good afternoon, Jacobi. Good afternoon, Martha. Good afternoon, Carla. Good afternoon, my dear friend Ivan. Good afternoon, Ana Huerta. Good afternoon, Patrick Paez. Good afternoon, Rodrigo Nieto. Well, let's begin our class. You know that reading practice is something that worries me a lot, and maybe you think, oh my God, the teacher is insisting on that. Yes, I'm insisting on that because my experience with previous classes have been that the result of my students in the speaking are acceptable, in the writing is perfect, in the use of English most of the time they pass because we practice a lot, in listening more or less, but in reading comprehension is terrible, and I don't understand why. If you compare reading comprehension with listening, I understand the problem with listening, but I cannot understand the problem with reading comprehension. And maybe the problem is not only yours, but teachers too, because sometimes we neglect the practice of reading because it's tedious, because it takes time. What I do is to assign my readings as homework, so you have time at home of using the dictionaries and working with vocabulary, etc. Read and read and read again. Reading is a skill, is ability. So there is no way of studying the magic formula of reading. No, if you want to be good at reading, you have to read. It's not reading freely because maybe we've read a lot of books during our lives and we are not good readers. So you have to read and then answer questions about the reading. Those brilliant autumn, I don't remember the title of this. Where is the title? Those brilliant autumn outfits, maybe saving trees. My God, what a beautiful and long title. This is not the titles Cambridge loves in your writing. The shorter the better. Remember that. But that's the title. And then I am sure you read the text. I am sure you make a big effort to give your best in the answer. So let's check this out. Give me a second. Let me see the reading. Where is it? Those brilliant, where is those? Here. Those brilliant autumn. Here. The beginning is number 31, because if you observe the first page, this is the second page. On the first page, you have part 5. So this is the continuation of something. It's not part 1, it's part 5. That's why the beginning is question 31, not question 1. And if you make the mathematics, you will realize that it begins in 31 and it ends in 36. It means that you have exactly 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions. Remember that reading comprehension in the real exam is very important for Cambridge. So they give you 2 marks, not 1, 2 marks for every correct answers. So they are 12. Imagine that this was an examination in Cambridge. The total marks are 12. And you need 7 to pass. You need 7 correct answers to pass. So let's concentrate on that. 31, the question is, what is stated about the colors of autumn leaves in the first 2 paragraphs? A, B, C, or D? What is your answer? A, B, C, or D, friends? For Ivan is A, for Anna is A, for Jacobi is A, and for Patty Pies is A, Martha is A. Okay, you all are right. You have 1 mark because the answer is there has previously been no disagreement about what causes them. A, very good. Number 32, the writer says that Dr. Hamilton's work has focused on what? A, B, C, or D? Opinions. Jacobi B, Anna B, Patrick B, and Martha B, Ivan B. Yes, friends, B is correct. The use of color for opposite purposes. 33, Dr. Hamilton has suggested that there is a connection between A, B, C, or D. 33, A for Ivan, A for Martha, A for Anna, and Patty Pies A, Jacobi D. Jacobi is the exception. Well, the answer is A, the colors of autumn leaves and the behavior of insects. Now, number 34. What's said about the work done by former students of Dr. Hamilton? A, B, C, or D? 34. What's your answer? D for Patrick, and D for Anna, and D for Martha. The girls, the power of the female power. And Jacobi D, and my monitor, Ivan CD. My God, how is that possible? Two options. Don't do that in the exam, Ivan. If you have that confusion, in the exam, say Pinto, and select 1, right? It is letter D. Dr. Brown didn't expect to draw any firm conclusions from his work. Yes, very good. 35. Critics of Dr. Hamilton's theory have expressed the view that A, that B, that C, or that D. What's your opinion in 35? For Martha is C, for Jacob is C, for Anna is letter C2, and Ivan C and Patty Pie C. Yes, C is correct. I don't know how many marks you have. Remember, every correct answer, 2 marks. Now, 36. In the debate between the two groups of people investigating the subject, it's been suggested that A, B, C, or D. 36 opinions. A for Ivan, for Jacob is A, the boys, for Patrick is A, and for Anna is A, correct. A is the answer. Yes, something regarded as a key point by one side is in fact not important. Yes, friends, so the answers: 31 is A, 32 is B, 33 is A, 34 is D, 35 is C, and 36 is A. Now make the mathematics and check if you have 7 marks, because friends, if you have 7 marks, you are passing, and that would be obviously fantastic. But in case that you don't have 7, you have less, don't tell anybody, right? Don't tell anybody. If I ask you, tell me, yes, teacher, I passed. It's a secret. Well, now what? Now I want you to remember the topic of this unit, because sometimes we forget the living world. The living world. Let me see something that I want to see with you. This one. Oh my God, I have problems here. Give me a sec. I need to do this because I have a problem with this. Open. Here. Well, natural disasters is the topic of this PowerPoint. A flooding. Copy these words because in the exam, Cambridge is going to use this, right? You see the water in the streets and even inside the houses. This is the flooding. When the level of water increases in certain regions, they say that, for example, there was a flooding in Alaska, you see. So flooding is one of the most disastrous natural disasters. And now, my God, no. A hurricane. Observe that we don't have that in Spain. You are fortunate people. Hurricane. This is another natural disaster. Flooding, hurricane. The spelling is important in the exam because maybe the question is in the written exam. You have to write about these disasters. Hurricane, landslide. There are a lot of landslides in Brazil, for example. Many people died during the rainy days because the landslide. This is an earthquake, horrible earthquake. In Mexico, they have this problem, earthquakes. The spelling, please, observe the H. Well, no, it's not a problem because earth, no problem with that. A tsunami, my God, horrible. I think that is worse than hurricane and everything, the tsunami, when you see that water coming towards you, destroying everything. Well, tsunami. Well, this is in central regions in America. We have that a lot in certain regions, and this is horrible. A twister, tornado, a tornado or twister. There are many twister hunters in America, and many of them die. Heat wave. Here in Europe, we suffered that a lot. In Spain, many old people die during summer because of heat waves. The temperature rises a lot, and some people can't stand it. A lightning, see the lightning? From light, lightning. Well. Do you remember something? An epidemic. Coronavirus. An epidemic is another natural disaster. A storm. Look at the sky. And that's all. That's what I wanted, because I know that you know. I know that you know these names, but maybe you didn't remember. And you have to keep that in mind and be prepared to use them in the exam, because I am sure they are going to ask you about this, the natural disasters. I would like you now to go to the workbooks. Let's go to the workbooks, everybody. Page number 61. Let me show you that workbook 61. 61. Here you are. Reading and use of English, part 4. This is what we are going to do now. Reading and use of English, part 4, for question 1 to 6. Complete the second sentence so that it has a similar meaning to the first sentence, using the word given. Don't change the word given. Remember, in the exams, And they give you an example always. 0 is always an example. The example is, I don't intend to stay in my present job very much longer. And you have to use possibility. There is no possibility of me staying in my present job very much longer. Do you know what people do? When I say people, I should say students. Do you know what students do, intelligent students do before the exams? They analyze all these exercises in the workbook and book, because all these examples give you tricks. There is no possibility of me saying or staying, sorry, something that is not typical in Spanish. I need you to observe this. There is no possibility of me, ing. Use it so you fix it in your mind. How do we say in Spanish? No hay la más remota posibilidad de que yo, un verbo. In English, ing. There is no possibility of me, in this case, staying in my present job very much longer. You are going to continue, friends, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This part of exam, use of English, part 4, is very serious because the value of every answers, again, are 2 marks. So you need to pass this part because it gives you a lot of marks. For example, here they are 6, but the marks are 12. Again, you need 7 to pass. I'm going to give you time. When you finish, send me a message, right? Thank you. Martha finished? Jacobi finished, Ivan finished, Martha finished. Rodrigo finished. Very good, very good. This is very similar to the exam. You see, very similar. Number 1, we should leave about 6. Otherwise, we might not get there in time for dinner. And you have to use said, because there is a phrasal verb which is similar to leave using said. Said plus something. So the answer is, if blank by 6, what did you write in the space in blank? Remember the limits, minimum 3, maximum 6. For Patrice, we don't set off. And for Jacobi, is only set off. And for Anna, we don't set out. For Ivan, we don't set off. For Jacobi, sorry, we don't set, yes, I understand. We don't set off. Yes, you can say set off or set out. Both are good in this space in blank. So the answer is correct. If we don't set off or if we don't set out by 6, we might not get there in time for dinner. Correct. Number 2, Kim and Sarah agreed that the lecture was the best one they had ever attended, and you have to use better. Kim and Sarah agreed that they had a blank lecture. So what is it? What is it for you? Never a better. Never a better for Jacobi. There is something missing there. Never attended a better, Anna. Never attended a better, Martha. Never attended a better, Patrick. Yes, never attended better. This is the answer. Kim and Sarah agreed that they had never attended a better lecture. 3, I discovered that the man I sat next to at the planning meeting was a member of the council. And you have to use turn. The man I sat next to at the planning meeting, a member of the council. Resultó ser in Spanish. In English, turn out to be, Patri Páez. Turn out to be, Jacobi. Turn out to be, Martha. And my monitor? Okay, well, turn out to be is the correct answer. Number 4, there is no point in tidying the room before we've finished decorating. And you have to use sense. It makes blank the room before we've finished decorating. What is the answer here? No sense to tidy, Martha. No sense to tidy, Anna. No sense to tidy, Patri Páez. No sense to tidy, Jacobi. Yes, friends. It makes no sense to tidy the room before we've finished decorating. 5. Tony rarely says much when our group is discussing things, participates. Tony hardly blank our group discussions. What is it in the blank? Tony hardly participates on, Javi participates in any of, Patri never participates in, Martha participates in our, Jacobi, but we have hardly. We have the adverb hardly. Boy, it's not an adverb. Tony hardly ever. That's the question. Tony hardly ever, apenas, o apenas nunca, I don't know how do you say that in Spanish. Tony hardly ever participates in, ever participates in. So I repeat, Tony hardly ever participates in our group discussion. 6, the bus driver admitted causing the accident at the crossroads. And you have to use blame. The bus driver blank the accident at the crossroads. Took the blame for, Anna. Took the blame for, Patrick. Blame himself for causing Martha Moreno. Good. Jacobi took the blame. Yes, yes. Well, the Martha's answer is a good answer. Blame himself for causing the accident, which is very good. Very good. Ivan took the blame on himself for well, yes, but you don't need on himself, Ivan. It's not necessary. It is implicit. So the answer, according to Cambridge, is the bus driver took the blame for the accident at the crossroads, you see. But interesting Martha's opinion, because that's another option that I had not thought about before. Yes, that's good. Anyways, Martha, copy this other option, right? Because it is the most, how do you say, popular, common, is to take the blame for. Some people, yes, Martha, it would be, but keep yours because it's a good solution. Some people say accepted the blame for, but for is important. Yes, Jacobi, for is important at the end. Accepted the blame for or took the blame for, both admissible. In every exercise of use of English we practice in class, we learn something new, and sometimes I feel, what? Worried that you don't realize the importance of these exercises. We continue with use of English, but now on page number 62, number 4, no sense to tidy it up. In number 4, it made no sense, Ivan, No sense to tidy. Yes, up with up. The problem is to tidy up. The problem is that, listen to this, very interesting, Ivan. When you use the object, in this case, the object is the room, we don't say tied up. However, if I don't use the room and I replace, yes, Ivan, the up, I'm referring to the up. If I mention the place, tidy the room, tidy your bedroom, tidy something, I don't use up. However, if instead of the room, imagine I use it, the pronoun of room is it. In that case, yes, tidy it up. Tied it up. I'm telling you to do it. In this case, we use the preposition up, but not in this case. Not in this case, Ivan. Thank you for the question because it illustrates maybe some of the people were thinking just the same. The beauty of the beasts, page 62. This is use of English, but this is part one. You see, every exam have 4 parts and every part is different. Huh? Now they give you a text with the spaces in blank, 1 mark each space in blank, and you have to choose. Very confusing anyways. Anyway, it is confusing, but they give you the options A, B, C, or D. Let's do it. And please, as soon as you finish, send me a message. Jacobi finished. Very good. Martha finished. Anna finished. So Jacobi finished, Martha finished, Anna finished. And Javi. Hi, Javi. Javi finished, and Carla finished. Very good, friends. She says the beauty of the beasts. The earliest known drawings which survive in caves in Western Europe, and this is 0, which is the example. The example is, let us see, date back about 30,000 years. The fact that some people, number 1, what is your answer in number 1, friends? A, B, C, or D? Well, for Javi is B, for Ivan is letter B, for Jacobi is letter B, and for Carla is letter B. Excellent, because B is correct. Crowd. So in number 1 is that some people crowd considerable distances along underground passages. In number 2, in what? Darkness, an adjective for darkness. What letter do you think is in number 2? A for Carla, D for Javi, D for Anna, and for Martha, A, for Patrick, D, for Patrick's letter D. And the answer, Jacobi letter D, D is the correct answer. Complete darkness. In complete darkness. To create them is evidence that producing such pictures was and number 3, blank, of great importance to these artists. So in number 3, and what? Well, A, D for Ivan, A for Jacobi, A for Anna, and for Patrick Pies is A, for Martha is A, for Carla is A, and yes, act. Number 3 is letter A, an act of great importance to these artists. But what was their purpose? Perhaps drawing was an essential part of the ceremonials enacted to bring success in hunting. Perhaps the paintings were intended not to the death of the creatures, not to what in number 4. B for Jacoby, B for Javi, and for Martha is letter B2. For Carla is D. And for my monitor, who knows? Nobody knows. Well, it's letter B, friends. Bring about is the correct one in number 4. Bring about to death of the creatures portrayed, but, and now we are in number 5, but blank, comma, to ensure their fertility. But, number 5, letter B for Jacoby, letter B for Martha and Javi, B, 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 B. B for Patrick Pies, and for Carla B, and for Ivan B, and B, yes, is the answer. On the contrary, to ensure their fertility, and thus a good supply of meat. The only certainty is that these drawings are assured, accurate, and breathtakingly beautiful. The practice of painting blank of animals on walls, number 6. What is the letter for you in number 6? D for Ivan, D for Jacoby, D for Martha Moreno, Sid. And for Javis, D, for Carla, D, Patrick Pies, D. Yes, D is correct. Images of painting images of animals on walls continue throughout our history. 5,000 years ago, when people in Egypt built the world's first cities, I don't see they, my God, I can't see. They too inscribe animals on their walls. There is, however, no number 7. D for Jacoby, D for Martha, D for Javi, and Patrick Pies, D, Carla, D, and Anna, D. Yes, friends, doubt. Very good, letter D. No doubt about the function of these. The Egyptians ate animals as God. Number 8, C for Jacoby. In number 8, Jacoby thinks C, Anna thinks C, and Martha considers D, and Javi D, and Carla D, and Patrick buys D, and Ivan C, and today we are going to learn something for the people who say C. Yes, this is to adore with this other sense of religious, which is worshipped. Yes, worshipped is the adequate here, even when they are a little bit similar, but worshipped is the perfect in this context. Let us see. Friends, now this is the workbook, but now let's go to the student's book, page number 135. 135, let's go there. Give me a second. This is in the student's book, right? Page, I repeat, 135. Here, reading and use of English. So we continue with the same topics, you see? But this is part 3. We saw part 5 by part 1, and now part 3. It says, exercise 2, no 1, exercise 2. Each of these, let me make it bigger here on the screen, concentrating on exercise 2. Each of these sentences contain at least one word with an incorrect suffix or prefix. Correct the mistakes. For example, number 1, some people find it impossible with N. You know that impossible is with M. So this is one mistake. So you replace the N for M. Impossible is the correct one. Continue with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And when you finish, send me a message for me to check your answer so you have the correct answer in your book and not mistakes. Tell me when you finish, friends. Martha finished? Very good, you finished. Anna, Patri, Martha, Ivan, and Jacobi. Let's check this. Let's check this. It says, demonstrators are trying to stabilize the government's environmental policies. What's the problem here? Yes, destabilize, Martha, that's the problem. No on, but des. Yes, Ivan. Destabilize, yes, Jacobi. And I want you to observe that we don't write demonstrators, we write demonstrators. So we have two problems in number 2. Demonstrators, T-O-R-S, not T-E, but T-O. This is another problem here. And now in number 3, I've got terrible backache. That chair was so discomfortable. What is the problem in number 3? Yes, Martha, logically, yes, Anna, yes, Jacobi, perfect. Uncomfortable, not this, but uncomfortable. Number 4, be caring with that parcel. The present inside is breakable. Breakable. What is the problem here? Breakable. Yes, Jacobi, breakable, Patri, break, careful, unbreakable. Careful. Let me see. Well, yes, but they are different, you know. Be caring. Yes, you can say that with something. Be careful is okay, right? But be caring exists, which with in Spanish, how can we say that be caring? We don't use it, I think. Sé cariñoso or something like that. But it exists. It is acceptable, friends. No problem with be caring. Now, but the problem is breakable. Yes, Martha, breakable. You can use it. Now, you can tell, for example, you can tell Javi, be caring with me. Well, now, number 5, poor service in the restaurant was the main cause of our unsatisfaction. What is the problem here in number 5? Yes, Ivan, dissatisfaction. Yes, Carla, dissatisfaction, Martha, dissatisfaction, Anna, dissatisfaction, Patrick, dissatisfaction. Yes, that's the word. Yes, Jacobi, dissatisfaction. Paul's such a creative person. He's always full of innovatant ideas. Innovatant. It doesn't exist. Yes, Ivan. Innovative. Yes, innovative. Ivan, Jacobi, and Javi. That's the word. Patty, yes, innovative. Martha is innovative. Yes. Number 7. Stop trying to distract me. Can you see I'm busy? Distract me. Distract, Jacobi. Yes. distrat, Javi, distrat, Patri. Yes, friends, correct. Distrat, yes, Ivan. Distrat, Martha. Ivan, you are very short today. You are going to the minimum, friend. You are very economic. Well, now, let's go to number 8, the final one. It's not that I disbelieve you, but I hope you know what you are doing. Not all mushrooms are edible, comestible, but this is not the spelling. Unbelieve, edible, Martha, edible, Patrick, unbelieve, edible, Javi. Yes, edible is the word. Comestible is edible. Edible, edible, no edible. And disbelief exists. It's good to see this today before examination. Disbelief exists and it is okay here. You can say that. We always use, it's not that I, no, unbelief, no, that I unbelief. No, disbelief is perfect here in this collocation, friends. It's not that I disbelieve you. Yes, you can use that because this is perfect. Now, let's concentrate on reading and use of English. In reality, this is use of English. Exercise 3. Is 3 or 4? Let me have a look. Yes, it's 3. Read the text, speeches loss accelerating, which is on the right, below the pictures, right? For question 1 to 8, use the word given in capitals at the end of some of the lines to form a word that fits in the gap in the same line. There is an example and blah, blah. This is what we know as word formation because you have to use a derivative of the word given, right? I'm going to give you some minutes for you to do it. Please send me a message as soon as you finish. Martha finished. Anna finished. Carla finished. Jacobi finished too. Very good, friends. And Patrick finished. Well, listen, species loss accelerating. An international report has shown that human activities are destroying 3 animal or plant species every hour. This equals 150 species a day and between 18,000 and 55,000 species a year. The main of the report, the main what? Finding for Patrick, finding for Martha, finding for Carla, finding for Anna, finding for Jacob. Yes, finding is the word here. The main finding of the report is that we must slow down the worst spate of extinction since the dinosaur 65 million years ago. Appearance, Martha. Disappearance, Anna. Disappearance, Patrick Paez. Disappearance, Carla. I think that disappearance makes more sense. Disappearance. Yes, in number 2, it is disappearance of the dinosaur 65 million years ago. Scientists and have identified various threats. So scientists and what? What other people? Environmentalists, Anna, environmentalists, Martha, environmentalists, Jacobi, in plural, Jacobi, right? Environmentalists, Carla and Patrick Pies and Javi. Yes, Javi. Environmentalists is correct. Have identified various threats to and plants. To what in number 4? Creatures, Martha. Creatures, Jacobi. Creatures, Patrick Pies and Carla. Creatures, yes, creatures is the word. Creatures and plants as diverse as right whales, Iberian lynxes, wild potatoes and peanuts. Global warming is adding to existing threats such as land blank for farms. What is the name of this process? Cleared for Jacobi, clear for Carla, clearance for Martha. Martha is correct. Clearance. Anna, you are correct. Yes, Patrick, clearance. That's the word we use in English. Land clearances for farms or cities, pollution and rising human populations. To deal with these challenges, we need to move rapidly and with more at all levels, with more what? Determination, Anna. Determination, Martha. Determination, Jacobi. And determination, Carla. Yes, determination is the word at all levels. Global and what is the other word? Global, space in blank, and local. National, Jacobi. National, Carla. Nationally, Martha. Yes, national, sorry. Patty Pies, national. Anna, national. Yes? Well, national and local. Many experts believe that the world will fail to meet the target set by political leaders some years ago of a major in the rate of loss. Well, a major what? Reduction, Jacobi, reduction, Anna, reduction, Martha. Reduction, Patrick Pies and Carla, reduction, yes, reduction in the rate of loss by next year. Rates of species loss are currently rising by more than 1,000, blah, blah, blah. Excellent. Now, let's do something dealing with with use of English, similar to these exercises, but not in the book. It is something, from an exam. Let's see if I can find it. Give me a second. How do Cambridge evaluate this? Well, this way. Let me see if I can find it. World book. Where is it? My God. I can't find it. Where is it? Oh my God, I can't see it. Ah, here. My God. Sorry for the delay, but I'm so clumsy, you know. This is the workbook day. This is an examination. This is part two. They give you the text, but they give you nothing else, only the text. And then you have to fill in the blanks with only your ideas, your own ideas. Let's see if I can send you this exercise to your WhatsApp. Let's see if it is possible, because I think that in the WhatsApp group that is in your mobile phone, maybe it's easier for you to read it. Give me a minute. Advanced. I can send it to you, my God. I don't know if you can see it in the on the screen. Can you see the text, kids? Because I can send it to you. Yes, sure, Carla, but I need your telephone number, friend. Carla, and what is your surname? Thank you. Thank you very much. Carlos Fernandez. Well, Ivan finished. And Patrick finished too. Jacobi finished, Javi finished, Ivan and Patrick finished. Very good. Listen to this. The world, what is it? It is here. It says the World Book Day. This year's World Book Day, WBD, which is taking, and this is the example, taking place on March the 2nd, hopes to encourage everyone, and especially children, to discover the joy of reading. Schools and libraries are getting involved with a packed schedule of events designed bring books to life, design, and we need a preposition here in number 9. To Jacobi, to Javi, and for Martha is to also, and for Anna, to. Yes, friends, to is the preposition we need, designed to bring books to life. There'll be writers popping schools. What is the phrase, the verb phrase with pop? Pop, what is the preposition? Pop up, Jacobi, pop off, Anna, pop out, Martha. No, it's not that. Yes, Patrick, pop into. Popping into schools to read from their books and answer questions and storytelling events. What does it mean? Pop into? The question is, what is the meaning of pop into? Well, Javi, imagine that. I remember that when I was a little boy and my father needed cigarettes, my father always told me, pop into the tobacconist and buy me some cigarettes. Pop into the tobacconist, pop into the drugstore. That is to go rapidly and do something, but not taking too much time. Yes. Jacobi says like a soap bubble. Yes. I don't know. I don't give you, Javi, the translation because I don't know what you say here in Spain. It could be, I don't know in Spain. I remember cuando yo era niño, vivíamos en Cuba, todavía era pequeñín y mi papá me decía, date un saltito, pero es una expresión cubana, date un saltito a la farmacia y compra aspirinas. Date un saltito, imagínense qué ridículo, pero es lo que se decía. Échate una carrera. Bueno, quizás, Javi, eso es. Mira, Javi, acércate a. Sí, todo eso es pop into. Pasa un momento. Yes, Martha. That is pop into. In this case, ing. There will be writers popping into schools to read from their books and answer questions and storytelling events. Children will also be able to take part in readings that they really have a chance. What is in 11? So for Jacobi, so for Patrick, so for Javi, so for Martha and Ivan, so Martha, so yes. That's perfect. So that they really have a chance to engage with the books. As us, what do you need in the middle? Well, Ivan, well, Martha, Well, Jacobi. Yes, 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 Carla. Very good, Patrick. Yes, as well as hoping to encourage children to catch the reading bug. WBD also hopes to reluctant adults hooked on books get hooked. Yes, yes, get, Martha, get, Patrick, Javi, get, yes, yes, get is the word, get, very good, because as the monitor said, the expression is get hooked. So get reluctant adults hooked on books. So the first time for Jacobi in number 14, four for Anna, and for Martha is 4, Ivan 4. Yes, yes, friends, you all are correct for the first time. Workbook Day will also have an adult focus with the launch of quick reads, selection of short in number 15, A for Ivan, A for Jacobi, A for Anna, a selection of A for Martha, yes, a selection of short, fast-paced stories by well-known authors. The first set of quick reads will be published on World Book Day, a further collection with for Ivan, with for Javi and Patrick, and for Martha with, yes, yes, with is perfect, with a further collection of books, blah, blah, blah. Very good, friends. So this is the last use of English practice that we have today, because I don't know you, but I am exhausted. I don't want to see another use of English exercise in minimum 2 days. It means that next class we will have more. Well, now, friends, what? Now what? Now we are supposed to begin with the speaking that we have in the book. But as you can see, the time is not helping for that. I won't begin working on speaking when we have only 4 minutes ahead. So what I'm going to do instead is to assign the homework. The homework is going to be a reading comprehension. And maybe you think, oh, teacher, reading again. Yes, but remember what I told you at the beginning of the class, that reading is one thing that is causing disasters among my students in all Cambridge exams. And I don't want you to suffer the same. With the experience I have, I know that I should practice more reading comprehension. And the ideal moment of practicing is at home, homework. So the title of this homework is The World of Freelance Work. Freelance, maybe you remember that word. Let me show you the text. The world of freelance work. There are many freelance in America. Let me look for it. The world. I never find what I am looking for. I guess I should have waited to speak. Here is the first part of the reading comprehension, and one day the second part. So this is a reading comprehension. Let's see if I can send it to you. Let me have a look. I'm going to send it to you to your WhatsApp, because maybe it's easier for you to work with a mobile phone rather than with this screen. Have you received it? Very good. Well, this is the homework, friends. It is a reading. This time, this is reading, but part 6. Part 6 means that in the real exam is the second part of reading, because we have use of English part 1, use of English part 2, part 3, part 4, and then reading 5. In reality, reading 5 is 1, and reading 6, which is in reality the second part of reading. This is the second part, always the same form, always the same format, right? So friends, this is the homework. Dedicate time, use your dictionaries, and you will be preparing not for this exercise in particular, you will be preparing for the real exam one day, maybe in July or maybe in September. Remember that in August, Cambridge doesn't take any exams. Thank you very much, kids. It's been, as always, a pleasure working with you. Thank you, my monitor, my favorite monitor. Thank you, friends. See you on Wednesday. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.